Fermentation is one of the oldest food processing techniques in human history. It's actually a natural process where microorganisms like yeast and bacteria break down sugars. This produces energy, acids, gases, or alcohol. Humans discovered fermentation thousands of years ago. Early societies used it to preserve food and enhance flavor. Evidence of fermented drinks dates back to 7000 BCE in ancient China. The science behind fermentation is fascinating. Microorganisms consume carbohydrates such as glucose. Depending on the organism and conditions, different end products are formed. One of the most well-known types is alcoholic fermentation. Yeast converts sugars into alcohol and carbon dioxide. This process is the basis for beer, wine, and bread making. Another important type is lactic acid fermentation. Bacteria like lactobacillus convert sugars into lactic acid. This creates yogurt, kimchi, sauerkraut, and pickles. Acetic acid fermentation is responsible for vinegar production. Alcohol is oxidized by bacteria into acetic acid. This tangy liquid has been used for food and medicine for centuries. Fermentation also plays a role in butyric acid fermentation. Though less common in foods, it produces distinct flavors. It can be found in certain cheeses and anaerobic digestion processes. Bread is a classic example of fermentation in action. Yeast ferments sugars in dough, releasing carbon dioxide. This makes the dough rise and creates the soft texture we love. Cheese production depends heavily on fermentation. Lactic acid bacteria curdle milk, and different microbes shape unique flavors. From cheddar to blue cheese, each variety has a microbial signature. Yogurt is another staple fermented food. Beneficial bacteria ferment milk sugars into lactic acid, and this thickens the texture and gives yogurt its characteristic tang. Fermented vegetables like kimchi and sauerkraut not only preserve harvests, but also enhance nutrition. They are packed with probiotics that support gut health. These foods are cultural treasures in Korea and Europe. Fermentation is also central to soy-based products. Tempeh, miso, and soy sauce rely on microbial action. They provide rich flavors and are dietary staples in Asia. Beverages such as kombucha and kefir are modern stars of fermentation. They are marketed for their probiotic content and refreshing taste. Their popularity has grown worldwide in recent years. Beyond food, fermentation has industrial importance. It is used to produce ethanol as biofuel. This renewable energy source reduces dependence on fossil fuels. The pharmaceutical industry also relies on fermentation. Antibiotics like penicillin are produced through microbial fermentation. Vaccines and hormones are also manufactured using similar processes. Fermentation, really improves food safety. The acidic environments it creates are just perfect for inhibiting harmful pathogens. This was absolutely critical in ancient times, especially before refrigeration came into the picture. Nutritionally speaking, fermentation enhances the food's value quite a bit. It increases the bioavailability of vitamins and minerals, which is fantastic. Plus, fermented foods often contain beneficial live bacteria, making them even more valuable. The gut microbiome, believe it or not, benefits greatly from fermented foods. Probiotics, those helpful little guys, help balance intestinal bacteria. This balance supports digestion, boosts immunity, and can even have a positive impact on mental health. It's pretty amazing when you think about it. Cultural traditions around fermentation are incredibly diverse, aren't they? From African fermented sorghum beer to Scandinavian fermented fish, every region seems to have its own unique practices. These foods are deeply tied to identity and heritage, which just goes to show how important they are in different cultures around the world. Fermentation also impacts flavor development. The complex chemical reactions produce aromatic compounds. This is why fermented foods have such depth and richness. Modern science continues to expand fermentation applications. Researchers explore how microbes can produce biodegradable plastics. Others study how fermentation can recycle food waste. Sustainability is, another reason fermentation is gaining attention. Fermented plant-based foods can actually reduce meat consumption. This, in turn, lessens environmental impact while offering nutritious alternatives. Home fermentation has really become a trend these days. People love to experiment with things like sourdough, kombucha, or even homemade pickles. It connects them to ancient traditions while at the same time promoting healthy eating. Safety in fermentation is, honestly, important to consider. While most processes are safe, improper methods can allow harmful bacteria to grow. Following guidelines ensures both health and flavor. The story of fermentation is one of science, culture, and survival. It really represents human ingenuity in harnessing nature. From ancient clay jars to modern bioreactors, it continues to shape our lives. In conclusion, fermentation is more than just food preservation. It's actually a bridge between tradition and innovation. Its role in health, sustainability, and culture ensures it will remain vital for the future.